Hello. We board a flight for yet another trip. This time it is to Sri Lanka to see the endemic birds. So our first stop is in Chennai, and yeah, this is international terminal, yeah. So, and we're gonna go in this old time taxi. I've forgotten, when I was in college we used to have this taxi. So we decided to go through Chennai, also because we have relatives and I could meet them, and tickets from Chennai is much cheaper than from Bangalore. It's 1/3. That's a difference to Sri Lanka. So we thought this is a better thing to do in December. So we're not expecting it to be very hot. No, it's not very hot. It's quite bearable. Therefore, yes, here we go. Here we are, almost going to land in the island nation of Sri Lanka. Our nearest neighbor, the only friendly neighbor we have. Yes, Horton's only friendly neighbor we have. I guess in the shore, and 10 minutes or so to land. Beautiful green island nation. Long connections back from Ramayana has several references of Lanka. Lanka was supposed to be the golden city. Quite a few remnants of that still remains. We will be visiting Sigiriya, which has a Sigiriya line rock on top of which you can see the entire remnants of the buildings that were there from 4th, 5th, 6th BC, ancient ruins. And we turn towards the island now. How does it feel to live on an island? Where one end, the other end is about 300 kilometers in breadth, and the length is about 500, little more than 500 plus kilometers. How does it feel to live on an island? An inland. There's a place called Kitturgala. Kitturgala is where the bridge of River Kwai was there. We'll see if we can visit that. Yeah, so we'll be there soon. So looking forward to hope we have a blissful stay. Even if it's not an endemic, I hope it's not a rock pigeon, the first bird. I don't mind a cattle egret or a cormorant, but not a rock pigeon. Nah. Let's see. It's a huge backwater and I don't see anything in this. And there's a sprawling city ahead. 1:50 in the afternoon. We have this flight. We took this flight from Chennai. It's much cheaper. There are other options. You can take the train from Bangalore if you want. It's well connected, very good timing. But we had more luggage and we didn't want to lug the luggage across on the platforms. So we took the flight, stayed one night in Chennai and next day morning. You can even do that on the same day. It's very possible, early morning flight. And yeah, we took this Indigo. There's another flight by Sri Lanka Airlines went at the same time. And we are going to land. We're almost going to land. Okay, let me see if I can see any bird on this airport. We've landed. Right, catch you up soon. Our entire trip is a no plastic, no garbage trip. Alright, so we are on our way now to Sinharaja. It's 4:45. I met my students, they had prepared such lovely lunch with their family. My goodness, they have children. Yeah, it's 25 years. And it's so beautiful to have met them after so many years and had Sri Lanka food. And now we're on our way to Sinharaja, it's a forest. Lovely. I'm only seeing so many birds. Really wondering why I'm not able to stop and click all of them. But it's getting dark and we'd like to get there before it's too dark. No lifers yet. No lifers yet. But I haven't really started looking around much and we're driving. So if you see some patch, some beautiful patch, we may stop. And let's see. This place is so beautiful, so green. It's very green. There's no dirt anywhere. And very clean. People look very helpful. Till now we've had very beautiful experience with whomever we have met. Very helpful people. And yeah, this is a car we have hired. This is Maruti Spatio. It's the first time we're driving this car. We don't have this car in India. And Vinay is the one who has got the driving permit. I didn't get. So he's going to be the driver. I don't mind. I can just look around. And so this is the car we're going to be using for our 7-day trip this time. It's Maruti Spatio. District now, and Ratnapura is where Sinharaja Reserve Forest is. Very beautiful country, so green. It's very much like how Kerala used to be. Some houses and a lot of banana plants, coconut trees. Very much like how Kerala used to be. Now Kerala is different. Kerala's got a lot of houses. It's more constructed. But this is how Kerala used to be. Kerala of my memories when I was young. What a feast to the eyes. Right? This guy who gave us this car, he's given us so many instructions and probably these were all there, we didn't know. So if you have these dotted lines, if these white lines are broken, that means you can overtake, and the white line in the middle of the road is a solid white line without brakes. That means you should not overtake there. Okay. I wrote the driving license exam and everything, but I don't remember seeing anything like this. It might have been there, but I don't remember. So each place is a learning experience. Traveling is a learning experience. Yeah. It's almost getting dark, and at a few turnings, where there are these small villages, there are small temples with Buddha, Gautam Buddha, and there's light around it. The small temples are there, which is such a beautiful. I've already seen 4 of them. Each of them are close to the villages, and it gives such a nice feeling of being, sort of taken care or watched over by a protective hand or a power kind of a thing. Yeah, so now we begin the climb. We are about 40 kilometers away from our Jansen's bungalow, which is where we are staying. Jansen's bungalow is one of the very beautiful stays, which is at the edge of the forest in Sinharaja. It's getting dark, and I wish I could just stop and listen to some sounds and go. Maybe I'll do it after, where there are no houses, there are only trees. Stop and listen and see what I can listen here. But it's been mostly wilderness, just outside the immediate village premises. It's mostly been wild. It's dark now, so we can hardly see. I've made another video for Jansen's bungalow. And these are some of the endemics from Sinharaja. So this is our journey from Sinharaja to here. The completely unexpected route, very narrow road. There were stretches where there was no road at all, just enough for one car to barely pass through, and we were wondering if it's the right route. I'm still not sure if it's the right route, but at least we hit a road where there's some white lines on the sides. Almost 45-degree climbs were there. It's scary. Really scary, and absolutely places where there are no people at all. If something goes wrong, to ask. So that small stretch of 5 kilometers was some stretch to remember for a long time. Some stretch to remember. It's a very beautiful, picturesque place. Look at those blue mountains. I don't know if you're going to cross that and go across, or Horton Plains is there. So Horton Plains is a very cool place. Those boys at Jansen's bungalow, where we stayed at Sinharaja, told us
turn right onto Handyukara Road.
That
in 600 meters, turn left onto Pelmagilla, Endemic Highway A18.
That it's at a height, the plains at a height, and sometimes it snows, sometimes it's just 3 degrees. So it's a really, really cool place to be going to. And this is not what we had thought Horton Plains was a name. Plains, I thought it was plain, grassland, closer to sea level and something like that is what I had thought, but it is not. It's at an elevation and it's very, very cold. In fact, I didn't bring so much of cold clothes, nor did Vinay. We're not expecting Sri Lanka to be so cold. So we plan to buy something from there. This boys told us something for 1,000 rupees, 1,000 Lankan rupees LKR would be available, 1,000, 2,000 something. We'll see. If the jacket I have brought, the jacket is not full sleeves. If that suffices, we'll buy. Otherwise,
turn left onto Pelmagilla, Endemic Highway A18.
Okay. So here is another elevation climbing. This looks like not a very small town, Pelmadulla. Divisional Secretariat, Pelmadulla. Just crossed Upanayaka garbage lying anywhere. And we contributed no garbage either at all. None at all. Whatever we used, one biscuit packet we brought back with us back to Bangalore. In our spacious car, and our driver, highly qualified driver, well, because he got the license. His license was used to get the international driving permit in Sri Lanka. That's what you need to drive here. You need to go to the driver's license permit office in Colombo, and with your international permit. It's not just true for India, it's also true for other countries. You need to get that license with your address and 2 copies of photographs and an international driver's license from your own country, and fill the form and get a permit from there. So this is what you need to do here in Sri Lanka to be able to drive on your own. And we managed to get this car through a friend's friend who had some contact. But there are a lot of self-drive car companies as well that you can get the car from. And I feel it's a very beautiful way of experiencing a country. You would probably spend 5 hours to get to Ogia anyway from if that's a route we want to take. But when you drive, you really get to experience a country. That's what I feel. And yeah. But I love this drive. It's so green, so clean, and everybody follows rules. This is a highway, Colombo Batticaloa Highway.
In 28 kilometers, sharp left onto Pelupahana, Ohia Road.
St. Joseph's for elders. Careful, cycle. St. Joseph's Catholic Church, Balankoda. So their autos are red and black. A lot of red vehicles on the road, maybe because ours is also a red car. If I had an option, I would have only taken a blue one. Of course, I didn't have an option. There's an auto which is green as well. So there's something very interesting about these cars here. So our car is a Spatio. It's a Maruti Spatio, Suzuki Spatio car. So when they say in Sri Lanka that it's a new car, it means that is newly come from Japan. So this car had already run around 1 lakh, and when this guy told us that it's a new car, my husband was like, what, it's already run 1 lakh? So it's newly come, having run 1 lakh in Japan, and just, sorry, not 1 lakh, 50,000, and then it will run here. So a whole lot of vehicles come in from Japan. Of course, they have much more life. Because he kept insisting, it's a new car, and we were like, okay, we're going to get a brand new car, which is what we got when we took the Maruti car rental in India. We've done this a couple of times before in India when we visited other cities. But this car is running pretty fine. It's a completely automatic car, nice and spacious, but yeah, that's how a whole lot of cars are there here. A lot of Suzuki cars, different models of Suzuki that I haven't seen in India. Spatio, this one for example, we haven't seen in India. Some people do speak English, a little bit English, but most people don't speak much English, especially in remote places. So I had a tough time when we had lunch telling that lady that I wanted coffee, and finally I had to take out a photograph from Google and show her and say I want milk coffee, and she said no milk. Okay, so yeah, now that Google Google is there, we find ways, which is not how it used to be a few years back. Another Suzuki vehicle.
Okay, we have stopped somewhere on the way to Ahaya, and that's our Spacio, and Surendra standing here, and there is a nice house sitting on the top of a rock for us behind. This is a highway. A lot of cars are passing this way, and the best part is as a lake, which you can see a little far. It's a beautiful lake, and in this video it's not so big, but it's a very big lake, and it's very beautiful with beautiful mountains on the background, and a little coffee shop here. There is a little coffee shop that you can see there with a nice view to the lake. So there are some houses far away. Another new coffee shop is coming up. And this is a beautiful place.
Are we going up there?
I hope not. But one mountain I saw some buildings.
That one on top, there is a building.
Yeah.
There's one building on top.
Which means there's a road to go.
Which means there's a road to go. Oh, they've cut it like a peacock.
I think we are going to the top.
Really?
Yeah, because we're going to the top of the other mountain. We're coming down from one mountain and then go over to the other mountain.
No, we can't get there in like how many kilometers did I say?
22.
22. And it's already covering in cloud. Careful. Anyway, Horton Plains is an elevation. Oh, it's already covering with clouds. How is it going to be? Interesting. Oh, so many. This country has so many rivers, streams.
Should we ask this man?
Yeah. Looks like indeed we are going up the mountain. Ask. Ask him.
This goes to here? That's the wrong one.
Well, that guy said something that sounded like, it goes to over here. And we followed the road. Shocked. Yeah, now we know why 25 kilometers will take an hour and a half. Go carefully. No wonder no one takes this route. Sinharaja to Horton Plains was not a suggested itinerary. But en route, we experienced and witnessed one of the most beautiful and the biggest waterfall in Sri Lanka. Quite by chance. So after we drove up all the way, we came across a stream that we could not cross, and beyond that was off-roading for another 5 kilometers or so. And we fortunately met a Tamil family who stayed there at the edge of that forest, edge of the stream. In Tamil told us that there was no way to go to Ohia that way. We couldn't drive, and that we had to go back another way. So we turned back, drove all the way back, and reached this place that was the top of the mountain, which is what we had seen from the base, saying that, oh, there's a building there, there's a building there. And yes, that was a hotel. Finally, we reached Haputale. And that's what they had said, Haputale, and we were wondering what it was, Haputale. And that was Haputale, top of the world. Haputale, on the way to Horton Plains. And that was the hotel, the white building that we had seen from the base, that we were discussing about, are we going up there? Well, we didn't stay in this one. We didn't get a reservation, though we asked, but we stayed in one behind it. Equally beautiful. So this is Haputale, and the place that we had seen from down there. We thought, are we going there? There seems to be some kind of a building there. Yes, was indeed in Haputale, and this is top of the mountain, but it is not isolated. Quite a few places, but it's really cold outside. We just stopped at a scenic viewpoint, and really cold. So we're quite an elevation we are at. And what happened was, we went via the Bambarakanda waterfalls towards Ohia. That was our initial plan. And just 12 kilometers away from our place, we realized that there is no road. We'd have to do off-roading.
Meters, turn left onto Kapatipura, Borulinda, Haputali Road, Temple Road.
So we just 12 kilometers away, we would have to do off-roading with big boulders through a stream and stuff, and our spaceship wouldn't take it. So we came back all the way, and now we are going via Haputale. And we're thinking that we'll go to Nuwara instead. This is what all those guys had told me. That's Ohia is a trekking place, and Nuwara is a birding place.
So now is the very correct. That was a left turn there.
We just left from the place of stay in Hepatula. No, what is it called? Haputale. And it's like topmost peak in Sri Lanka, and we are going towards Horton's place. And yesterday we stopped early because it was so misty and windy. We couldn't see further. Even now visibility is so low, it's just about 5 meters or so. It's that thick, traveling through mist. But we want to be at Horton Plains early because ticket starts at 6. And yeah, it's a dip on the right, and apparently
200 meters, slight right onto Kapatipura, Borulinda, Haputali Road, B353.
Land's End. There is a peak like that in Horton
Take the
Plains.
next right onto Kapatipura, Borulinda, Haputali Road, B353.
Land's End, after which it's a 900 meter dip, almost a kilometer dip. And we experienced that somewhere here. We don't have to go to Horton Plains if it's not 900 meter.
Continue on B353 for
Yes.
left.
Yeah, we're on top of the mountain that we saw yesterday, fully covered with mist. And our bathroom in the room was wet. We were like, these people haven't dried it, or they have just dried it when we came. But it was wet because the window had a little bit of ventilation open, and the mist must have been coming in all the time, making the whole place wet. So there's a wet zone, top of a hill, in clouds all the time. This is an experience indeed. the first vehicle we are encountering on this road. The only other vehicle we encountered in the entire stretch was a father with two sons. They were trekking along. That's the only thing that we saw in this 25-30 kilometer stretch. Beautiful habitat, very isolated, completely steeped in clouds, and dark and beautiful. So there are several resorts here, and they look good. We thought they are not very expensive, so they may not be good. They're building more. I'm not sure if building more is a good idea. As the steep climb started, our pace reduced, but enthusiasm was still there. Oh, Hill Safari Lodge, Obia. That's where we were supposed to go last night. Well, we were supposed to stay there, just about 12 kilometers away from this place, and we had to come back all the way because we hit a dead end, and we were trying to enter the place from the other side of the hill, but that was not to be. So we went to Haputale, and then we saw it on this side of the road. Amazing place it was, and finally to stay there. We were at Horton Plains, at the top. Plains at the top. I did some birding before that, of course. 2130. We are 2130 meters above sea level. And as we entered Horton Plains from the Ohia entrance, we were in for a road shock, a real shock. They don't take card, they only take cash. And a government reserve, forest reserve in Sri Lanka, taking only cash, and we counted all the cash we have, and 3,000 LKR, Lankan rupees short, and they wouldn't let us go. We didn't have a way. Just imagine the desperation. My goodness. Finally, I had to ask my student to lend me 3,000 rupees. There was nothing more embarrassing than that. But that's what happened. We borrowed money from him and paid the whole thing in cash. And rest of the birding was done with no cash at all in hand. No access to ATM. Not sure where, how much to go, or how much gas would get over in case it gets over. Do we have money to fill? Where's the money? And the whole birding experience in Horton Plains was lost. I did get 4 lifers here, but it was nothing like how I would have loved it to be. Nothing like it. The whole thing was stressed out. It was not a good experience, but it's a lovely habitat. It's a beautiful habitat. One full day you can spend in these plains looking for birds. So we drove through Horton Plains with no money. In rain, started raining. Light was low. Visibility was extremely low. Hard to come out. Looks like Lady Luck has dropped us here and waiting to get back Nova Aurelia. So Nuwara area is the tea capital of Sri Lanka. A lot of tea estates. We've come almost half the way down. Very clean, very beautiful, no garbage. Very cool. Of course, it's December. Nice rocky places. Would be lovely to explore if there was time. And of course, needless needless to say, the tea here was very tasty, very light, very flavorful, very delicate tea. Oh, and the drive from Horton Plains, Nuwara Elia to Sigiriya was through dense forest where we saw peacocks, elephants. It was really scary drive, very lonely, very desolate forests, thick. There were forests and lakes and rivers and more forests covered in clouds. Very beautiful drive and a very scary drive indeed, quite into the night. Nice, beautiful forest. And the elephants, of course, and other animals as well. So we already saw 2 elephants, and nobody disturbs it. It just goes about eating and moving on as a part of the ecosystem. So it was quite late when we reached Sigiriya, and we stayed at Lankapura Heritage that we had booked earlier. Very cute room. There were, I think, 5 or 6 rooms next to each other, and the beautiful part of that was the room opened into a farmland, with some farms, and behind that was a Sigiriya Lion Rock. So you could actually see Sigiriya Lion Rock all through our stay over there. The giant rock, and with the binoculars I could see people on that, and some structures that were used by the kings who used to live there many centuries ago.
So we've been eating Sri Lankan food, but I'm sorry I've not been able to photograph.
So we are on our way to Dambula to see the Dambula Cave Temple. I think it's going to be something like Ajanta Ellora, but let's see. Dambula is about 20 kilometers from Sigiriya. Sigiriya, the place we're staying, is overlooking the Sigiriya cave, Sigiriya rock, Lion Rock, and it's beautiful. So now we are just going towards Dambula. They say Dambula is a bigger town than Sigiriya is, but let's see. Yesterday we drove through these ways in heavy rain, absolutely no light, and some stretches had really bad road, and we reached back quite late. I think it was 9:30 by the time we reached, 9:35. That was some experience yesterday, driving entire distance through rain, and some stretches were so remote and so small. I wonder if Google is playing it, giving us shortcuts. Some stretches didn't have line, there was no rain also. And hats off to Vinay, he took it through that. I had almost given up. Yeah, yesterday. So today so far so good. There was a puncture in our tire and we've just got it fixed. We filled air with the machine that we have and took it to the tire shop, repair shop, and 5 minutes they stuck something and it's done. So yeah, looking forward to this day. It's slowly getting a bit sunny. Nice day. Lot of birds. I think the entire whole of Sri Lanka is a haven for birders. So beautifully kept. So clean, green. People live very close to nature. It also shows in their behavior. They're so down to earth, respectful of each other's needs. So they live very close to nature. 7 days is not enough to explore this country. I thought it would be, but it is not. Can't do really good justice. Yeah. This is the second last day of our trip, and we are traveling back to Colombo. We reached Kitulgala because it's been raining, pouring, and our car had an issue. The back left tire, the same one that had an issue yesterday, had a small puncture, had another puncture today. So we didn't want to risk going to Kitulgala, and by the time we reached there, it would be late, 3 o'clock. Then we hardly get an hour of birding, and tomorrow morning again we have to start for Colombo. So we ditched Kitulgala. We lost that money there. We had booked it in rest house. It's a lovely place and lovely place of birding, but we are ditching that. And so now we are heading back to Colombo to find some place there to stay for the night. Maybe do some birding today in the afternoon and evening, and tomorrow morning if possible. Yeah, we'll take a call on that. So we are hoping that the stretch from Sigiriya to Colombo will also be dense forest the way it was when we came from Horton Plains to Sigiriya, but it's not. It's not. It's mostly cultivated and it's an open road, good road, what they call carpet road. Of course, Sigiriya is one of the very important landmarks in Sri Lanka, so well connected to Colombo is what it looks like. Unlike when we came from Horton Plains to Horton Plains and from Horton Plains. We entered from the Ohio side, of course, and came out of Nuwara, India at Horton Plains. But the roads, there were stretches which were not good. Here the stretch looks really good. The second last day of our birding, and our driver is at it. And I bought this shirt from Dambula Cave Temple, and yeah, flaunting it. But it's not working with birding. I stopped at a lake, and even the pond around flew away from a distance. So I need to change this quickly. Not a birder's color. No canvas. I think this is the sheet. I think it's made out of sheet. Asbestos sheet, kind of tin sheet. Yeah, it's been molded into this. Exhibit number 2310. It's a tent. Interesting. Interesting place. Okay, let's go. Nice car, very nice expression also. NLDB Cafe. No, it's not a tent, another set of cows. Oh, there's full form of NLDB there, I missed it.
rasa. This is Sri Lankan curry rice. This is salad and one vegetable fry. Paripa. Chicken curry. You can have any curry over here. The rest remains the same. I'll have to eat that and see. It looks like a curd thing. And leaf padya. Papadam. And red chili. And then they gave us this rasam. That's Vinay's plate with fish. So typically, this is how they have kept their curry rice. Their rice curry, and so they put all this into one plate and give small cafe. Rice and curry. This has been our travel companion. And I want to show you this, the water bottles that we carried back from India. So we have not used even one, not even one disposable water bottle. We have not done that in 25 years, 30 odd years of a travel. Earlier, of course, it was not so popular. Now it has been. But earlier we had a 6-liter can, which is at home. I found it difficult to carry it along abroad. I have taken it to Germany, Cambodia. This time I found this on Amazon. You refill it, and anyway we have a car which is cool, so we fill this at whichever hotel we are staying in case it's over. And we took a car this time for us to travel through Sri Lanka that we have done, with the feeling that whatever we spend directly goes to the people who are spending, directly goes to the community and not to some agent. One agent in India and one agent here, and the people who really spend don't get much money out of it. So this time we did grassroots level traveling, and we hired this for us for 7 days. Thanks to a couple of my friends who organized an international driving permit in India, my student who got it made for us. We had all the material needed, but the thing was that because we were landing on Sunday, and we have to go to the office to get the signature done on Monday, we gave a power of attorney to one of my student who's here, and he got it done for me, the driving permit to drive in Sri Lanka. Any people from abroad have to get that if you have to drive here, and this has been our vehicle. We didn't have any problem except that one of our back tires had a puncture, and we got it repaired. So the first time we are driving a Spaceship. We don't have this car in India, and this has been a travel companion. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, and that sort of we were more easy to travel, going wherever we wanted to eat. If we spotted a place, okay, we'll go to the hotel, rest, and then come back and have food over there or buy whatever. So that's what we did. Yeah. And our last place of stay, near Colombo. And it's some beautiful birding here also. Curlew, red shanks. And here we bid goodbye to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. It has been a dream for 25 odd years. And we celebrated our 29th anniversary. We should say celebrated. Maybe we can say we spent it together without going for our jobs or career or whatever. 29 years together, and I've got him to board with me. Well, all right, Sri Lanka, here we bid goodbye. In a few hours, we'll be on the flight back to Chennai and then to Bangalore. Tonight we'll be in Bangalore and we'll pick up our dear Juno and on with our lives. On with our lives. Okay. Now this is my last video from Sri Lanka. We are taking off from Bandaranaike Airport, carrying back fond memories of very loving people, lovely food, very beautiful birds, excellent green rainforest habitat for birds and primates and mammals, other mammals.
2006 for takeoff.
And this is bidding goodbye to Sri Lanka, a small island country like the shape of a teardrop at the base of India. I'm really wondering how this country was formed at all. Such dense forests and so many endemics. Of the 37 endemics they have, I got 34. 3 of them remaining. I couldn't find them. Maybe that's a reason to come back sometime later. I don't know if that will happen. But yes, I totally love the country. Going back with many filled heart, should I say, or yeah, something like that. A lot of satisfaction. As the sun set in the western Sri Lankan horizon, I pray for all the birds to thrive, all the endemic birds of Sri Lanka, birds around the world to thrive. And I get an opportunity and more opportunity to watch them, see them and enjoy them as I grow older. Bye.